Well, here is the 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation. In this video, I'm going to be going over what different models that you get with the GMC Sierra 1500s, the safety features that you get with this Elevation trim, what powers this Elevation in particular, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course, the pricing. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel to see more reviews just like this. Also, thank you to Georgetown Chevy for allowing me to review their 2025 Elevation. If you guys are interested in any of their products, be sure to reach out to them and ask for Doug. Okay, so with the Sierra 1500s, you can pick from 8 different trims, and this will be the Pro, SLE, Elevation, SLT, AT4, Denali, AT4X, and the Denali Ultimate. And you can also pick from different drive types, so the 4-wheel drive or a 2-wheel drive, and also the different configurations depending on the trim that you want to get. So there is the regular cab standard bed, regular cab long bed, double cab standard bed, crew cab short bed, and the crew cab standard bed. Now, as for the safety features that you get with this Elevation model, this includes the automatic emergency braking, front pedestrian braking, following distance indicator, forward collision alert, lane keep assist with lane departure warning. So those will just be the basic ones that come with the truck, and of course, depending on the other options that you pick, you will get more safety features. Now, as for what powers this Elevation, standard, you do get the 2.7 liter Turbo Max engine, but this truck does have the upgraded 3-liter Duramax turbo diesel engine, which is going to give you 305 horsepower and 495 pound-foot of torque. And as for the towing capabilities and whatnot, here is the sticker that you have on the door jamb, so you have all of your numbers right here. And also, this Elevation does have quite a few upgraded options to it. And with that being said, let's jump into the review of this 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation. All right, well, starting off in the front, you can see it has a ton of blacked out pieces, and I think with the white exterior color, this just looks super nice and it makes everything pop out. You've got your body color bumper here, and then if you look near the bottom, you've got all of this black plastic trimming there. And I've said this in my previous videos as well, but I love how they just separate the bumper with the top section, so it doesn't look like all one piece. It actually looks much better like this with it being separated. And also, if you look closely, you have your front tow hooks right there at the bottom. There's also the LED front lights on both of the sides, and you've also got this little outlet down below in there as well. And you can't forget about your front safety sensors all across there. Another thing you'll notice is on the corners here, you do have these gloss black inserts, and this is actually a functional vent, which you'll notice on both of the sides, which is pretty cool. And I like how they did this in gloss black rather than the black plastic. And then you move into the blacked out grill area. I do like all of the designing and how it's set up here. Like even small things like the designing right here, I just like the pattern that they did on this. I don't know, it just looks so cool. And you've got a mixture of gloss black pieces and the black plastic pieces. And in the center here, you've got the blacked out GMC badging. And if you look right underneath, you've got the front facing camera with the washer. Now, as for the front LED headlights, these are super unique. I just love the way that they're shaped. And if you look closely, even the housing inside is blacked out, and it also says GMC. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but it says it right there. And then if you look on the side of the lights, inside here it says Sierra, which is pretty neat. Now, coming to the side of this Elevation, you can see more of the nice gloss black trimming, and this truck is in the crew cab short bed configuration. Now, up top, this truck also has the power sunroof, which is always a nice thing and very convenient thing to have. Around the windows, you do have the black trimming, and then like this centerpiece here, you do have the gloss black trimming, along with the body color door handles there. And as for your side mirrors, this you have in both gloss black and then the black plastic here with the lighting. And if you look underneath, it does have the cameras on the side mirror. So there's cameras all around the vehicle. When I go on the touchscreen, I'll show you that. And on the fender, you've got the blacked out chrome, then red, Duramax, turbo diesel badging, because that's the engine that this has. And down here on the doors and the front doors, you've got the chrome elevation badging. Also with this truck, you'll notice the side steps as well. And as for the wheels, you've got these very nice looking gloss black aluminum wheels, and you've got the little pop of red with GMC there. And these are your 20-inch wheels. I just love the way that they complement the truck, especially this being in white, and you've got all of the bits and pieces in black. Also, you'll notice on the rear of the bed here, you've got this X31 off-road badge as well, and that's the package that this truck has. Now, coming around to the rear of the elevation, you've got a bunch of things going on with this truck, and it looks super nice. First off, down here on the bumper, on the corners, you do have the steps built in. So if you are tying down something or need to get into the bed, it's very, very easy with the steps. Also, just like the front, you've got the body color rear bumper there, and you've got the chrome outlets for your dual exhaust on both of the sides. You've got the sensors on the rear, and then your hitch right there in the center. And then underneath the truck, you do have your spare tire. And then up by the license plate area is all of your towing outlets and whatnot. Now over on the tailgate, this does not have a normal tailgate. It has the multi-function tailgate, which you can do a ton with, and I'm going to show you in just a second. But on here, you've got the chrome Sierra badging, blacked out GMC badging, and then another chrome elevation badge. And as for the rear lights, these are your LED lights. Up by the tailgate handle here, you've got the two buttons to open up the full tailgate or this top section here. You've got the rear camera and then the hitch camera as well, which I'll show you on the touchscreen. So with this multi-function tailgate here, if you press the top one right here, this is gonna unlock the top section of the tailgate. So if you are putting, like, let's say wood pieces or something, it can just stick out, so it's so much easier rather than opening the whole tailgate. Not only that, but you can also lift this piece up, so you've got kind of like a blocker right there so stuff doesn't come flying out. If we go ahead and close this and close this, then you can press this for your usual tailgate opening. So you've got all of that there. Now, just like I showed you on the top one, even on this one, you can lift this section up. So you have this right there. And if we go ahead and close this, and then the first button that you saw, if I go ahead and press that, that's gonna drop down this. So it's easier and much better to get closer to the bed if you are putting stuff in here. So that just drops down. And if you want to use this as a step, there you go. You just pop that bad boy down and you can hop right in. But now back here in the bed, you've got the bed liner, which is always a good thing to have. You've also got this handle thing here for an assist, so you can get in and out of the bed pretty easily. And on all of the corners, you do have the built-in hooks. You've got the big GMC letters there. There's also the LED bed lighting on both of the sides, and you've got a 120 volt outlet down here. Over on the rear glass, you do have the power sliding rear window. Now let's enter inside in the rear of the elevation and take a look. So you've got all black interior. However, you do have bits and pieces of chrome there, and then this nice wood piece, which I'll touch on in just a second. However, on here, at the bottom, you've got a decent amount of storage, and of course for your cup holder, you've got your speaker here with chrome around it. And then like the top section here, you have soft touch material, which is nice, along with the little contrast stitching there. And then up here, you have not only more chrome trimming, but this nice shiny wood trim, which you will notice throughout the interior. And then a bit more of chrome trimming right here. Now, as for the rear seats, you do get the leather seats all around the truck inside, and this is black leather, of course, as you can see. These are very, very comfortable. Also, you'll notice there and here, you have the in storage pockets, so you can hide away things in both of the sections. If you do need to, if you have valuables, just tuck them away and close it, and you have it on that side as well. Pulling down your center armrest area back here, you do have the cup holders right there. And also, if you lift up the rear seats, you have a bit more storage area along the bottom there. So for your tools or groceries or whatever it is, you can just put it there and put the seats down. Now behind the driver and passenger seats, you do have the mat pockets for that extra bit of storage. And on the rear center console area, you got more cup holders with more chrome trimming around them. you've got more chrome trimming here with the venting and then the USB ports right there. All right, let's head to the front and see what we have going on. It's exactly like the rear, of course. The only difference here is you've got a much bigger area at the bottom and a much bigger speaker here, because this does have the Bose sound system. And then you've just got your usual window and side mirror controls right there. As for the front seats, these are exactly like the rear seats. And I just love the way that these feel when you sit in the seats, especially in the front. They hold you in place perfectly and they just feel so comfy. And both of the seats do come heated. Also, the front driver's side is power adjustable, which is another convenient thing. And here's the sticker that people always ask me. So here you are for your trailer information, all the vehicle information, the numbers. And along the bottom here, you do have this chrome door sill piece. Underneath, just the pedals, nothing too crazy. And then your hood latch release right there. Moving above, you've got your electronic parking brake, all of your different modes and stuff, and plus for your towing, and then your lighting controls right there. As for the steering wheel, this is manual adjustable. And even on the dash area, you've got a ton more gloss black and the chrome trimming as well. Now, when you close the door, when you're entering inside, you do have this nice animation that plays on both of the screens, which is pretty cool. And then you've got the massive GMC that comes over here and over here. All right, now on the dashboard area, you've got a mixture of soft and hard material, along with the speakers there in both of the corners. And then we move down to your digital cluster area. I love the way that this is set up and all of the small little details that they put on this. It's super cool and super unique, and it's just the small touches that make this thing stand out. And this is a 12.3-inch cluster area. So on here, you can do a bunch of different things if you just scroll through all of this. So let me show you here. So if you noticed in the middle, if I scroll down, you can go through many different things about the vehicle. If I go right, you can go through music, map, phone, and then settings. Now under settings, what's really cool is if I go to the left side info, as you can see, it just highlighted. So on here, if I press OK, I can change the information in there as well, which is pretty neat. And same thing goes for the right side. I can change things in there as well. Now, for the lower gauges, as you can see, it just highlighted. I can choose from these three things. So if I go to minimum, it's gonna show me the least amount of information. With medium, a little bit more, and then maximum, it's gonna show a ton of information. Now, as for the steering wheel, this is wrapped in leather and it does come heated, which is nice. You've also got this aluminum trimming along the sides, and it does have this pretty nice texture. I don't know how to explain it, but you do have that nice texture on it. And then more chrome here, and then the red GMC lettering there. Over on the left side, here you have all of your cruise control settings, 4 collision settings, and then your heated steering wheel button there. Over on the other side, you have your cluster controls, your Bluetooth, and your phone buttons. Also, you'll notice there's paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, and on the rear as well, you do have like your media controls and whatnot. And you can't forget about your wiper controls, indicators, high beams, and whatnot. Now over on the center armrest area, you can see it's pretty massive and it has a ton of soft touch material with the stitching there as well. So if you open this up, you do have this tray here, which does pop out, and you do have some sections where you can place some things. So if I do take this out, you get actually a decent amount of deep storage space in this. And you've also got this outlet here, along with USB ports there. And then over here is your wireless charging pad. Now, along the sides of the center console here, you've got more chrome trimming and more of the shiny wood trim. And you have a little area here for some storage as well, which is on both of the sides. Now on the center console itself, you've got some space here, your front cup holders with more chrome around them, and then your nice little shifter there, and more space down here. Now up here, you've got a ton of gloss black trim, and here you'll have your start stop button, trailer brake controller, and then all of your heating and cooling temperature controls, along with the heated seat buttons. You can have the heat at the top only or both, and then also the intensity. And this is for the passenger side as well, and more USB ports. Moving up is more, you guessed it, more shiny wood trim and chrome trim that stretches across. And then here, you've got a few buttons right down here. So you've got your lane keep, parking sensors to turn them on or off, auto start stop, tailgate, hazards, traction control over here. You got your hill descent control. And then if I press this, it's going to open all 4 windows. And then you've got your massive 13.4 inch touchscreen with Google built in. And I just love the way that it's designed and integrated within the dashboard. And on here, you can do quite a few things. So these icons you see on the side is pretty much what I'm going to be covering on the main screen there. And this does have 2 pages, so let's get right into it. So on here, the screen, you have your first section, which is your audio. This will have your AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, news, USB, Alexa, and podcasts. Now, if we head back, then you've got your maps, which will have your Google Maps built in. Next is your phone section once you do have this paired. Next are the cameras. Now, this is what I was talking about on the exterior. You've got a ton of views of the exterior, so parking, towing is pretty easy. You've got your top view here and then your front view there. You've got your rear view here. You've got your rear top view, your front top view, and then your side cameras for the front and then the back side as well. Your hitch camera that I was talking about on the tailgate handle area. If I go back here, I can also turn off the top view. Let's exit out of there. And then you just got Google Assistant and Play Store. You've also got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay once you do have it configured. Now moving over to the next page, you have this trailering section, which is going to be to add a trailer, guest trailer, or use accessories. And then you've got your climate here, so you can use the touchscreen or the buttons down below here. You've also got your Wi-Fi hotspot, and then under your settings here, you've got quite a few things that you can kind of go through and also adjust to your liking. So you've got all of this to go through as well. Then you've just got Alexa there again, My GMC, podcasts, and news. And over on the smaller screen here, so you can go through quite a few things on this and even have a little map view right there while you use the touchscreen. And also on the dashboard behind the screen, you do have a little bit more storage space, which is nice. And up top, you just got the mirror there. And then if we go further up here, you've got your garage controls here, interior lighting, sunroof controls, and then you've got also your OnStar SOS and the rear power sliding window. And here's a key fob for this truck. It's a pretty traditional GMC key. All right, now coming around to the passenger side here, you do have these storage spots on this side as well, along with all of this. And on the dashboard area, you have an extra storage spot right here. So opening this up, you can utilize this section or your traditional glove box compartment, so you have access to both. And I couldn't pull up the window sticker for this for some reason. It was giving me some sort of issues, but the Elevation model does start from about $69,432 Canadian. And again, this may be more depending on the options and whatever you pick on top of that. So it will be extra. And of course, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this truck does have some options added to it. And all of this may be minus any dealer discounts or any incentives if they're being offered. Well, that does it for the review on this 2025 GMC Sierra 1500 Elevation. Let me know what you think of this truck. Do you love it or do you hate it?